Let's get to some other developments in the region because Egypt's currency slipped to a fresh record low against the dollar as investors look to an IMF loan for help to combat rising prices. Simone Foxman has more. So Simone, I'm looking here at an Egyptian pound against the US dollar. We're 19.61. Suddenly they decided to prepare for the big IMF meeting.
Yeah, it does seem so. And Yusuf, you and I have been talking for a while now about the divergence between long-term investor expectations, looking out 12 months, investors seeing a much weaker pound there. But recently we've seen some of this weakness really start to accelerate in the actual currency itself, trading in the offshore market that you pointed out. It seems that devaluation highly likely as we look to a potential IMF deal. IMF wants a more flexible currency. And so the question for economists right now is not just how much of a devaluation we're going to get, but also the pace at which we're going to get it. Farouk Sousa, a friend of the show at Goldman Sachs, pointing out that there's been this sort of steady drip, drip, drip weakness in the Egyptian pound against the US dollar, saying that that only adds to the idea that this is going to be a long-term decline in the pound, and that's something that officials are going to have to try and rectify.
And then a top Turkish official in the meantime is saying a crucial program to protect lira accounts could last until at least next June. What's the impact of that going to be?
Yeah, and not just next June, actually the end of next year. So the program that he's talking about is a protecting savings account program. So the government essentially promising that any lira savers who put their money in these accounts wouldn't lose more than the amount of bank interest rate they were getting. This had the effect of stemming a free fall in the lira against the US dollar that we saw late last year. Now we're hearing from a top party official that this program will continue through 2023, past whatever elections need to happen for the next president of Turkey. Those elections very much in focus in this program as well. This is a strain on Turkey's budget. It is something that the chief opposition leader, Kemal Kılıçdaroğlu, has talked about very negatively. And in fact, the opposition parties really doubling down on President Erdogan for his economic policies and causing the crisis that we're seeing right now.
Yeah.